Bonjour tout le monde. Hello everyone. Welcome to Fluent French. This is your beginners learning course and we are on lesson number 5, leçon 5. Now this is a very important lesson because we will be understanding the helping verbs or les verbes auxiliaires, auxiliary verbs in French. Now as per my experience and what I have seen, so many people stop learning French because they find the conjugations or how the verbs are formed in French so complicated that they just give up. That's why this very chapter, this topic is extremely essential to your way ahead in learning French. This is the building block and foundation of everything that comes ahead. So we will be learning about the two auxiliary verbs, les verbes auxiliaires en français. Before that, what you're seeing in front of the screen is just a recap of my lesson number 4, which is about articles, definite and indefinite articles. If you've not watched the lesson, you can go back and complete that first. What I'm going to do is, as a quick recap, we will be reading this short text paragraph which shows how definite and indefinite articles are used in sentences and how their usage differs. And I have put some pictures. These are real pictures taken by me from my time in France, which are relevant to the text. Alright, so let's begin. We'll do a quick recap and then we will start with lesson number 5, which is about the auxiliary verbs. Allons-y, c'est parti. En France, il y a une ville. Dans cette ville, on a une tour. C'est la ville de Paris et c'est la tour Eiffel. Il y a beaucoup de touristes aussi, mais surtout les touristes japonais. Il y a aussi un fleuve, c'est la Seine. La ville de Paris est très connue pour un château, c'est le château de Versailles. Now what I will do, I will break down each and every sentence. I will show you, we'll focus only on the articles. For other words, I'll tell you the meaning of the sentence, and if you don't know a specific word, you can look it up in the dictionary. I use wordreference.com. Alright. In France, il y a une ville. Now the first article that is coming is une ville, a city. Indefinite article. Okay, so I did it for the first sentence. Now when I'm going forward in the text, you in your mind, you keep telling yourself which one is definite article and which is indefinite article. Dans cette ville, in this city, on a une tour. We have a tower. C'est la ville de Paris. Now here comes your first definite article. So une is indefinite, la is definite. Why are we using definite article here? Because we are talking about specific city. We are specifying it in the sentence, which is Paris. Earlier we were just saying a city. So we used indefinite. Now we know which city, so we are using definite. Et c'est la tour Eiffel. Now in the earlier sentence you see une tour, we used indefinite because we are talking about a tower in general. Now we are talking about a specific tower, which is Eiffel Tower, so we are using definite. The same logic applies to all the places where we have used definite and indefinite articles. Okay, I just took a sip of my coffee. Okay, il y a beaucoup de touristes aussi. There are a lot of tourists also, but especially Japanese tourists. Now this is just a made up sentence. Il y a aussi un fleuve. There is also a river. Now we are using indefinite because we are talking about a river in general. C'est la Seine. We are specifying which river, so we are using definite article. La ville de Paris est très connue pour un château. The city of Paris is very well known, popular for a chateau. Chateau is a castle, which you can see here. I am standing in front of Versailles, which is Chateau de Versailles. This is the gate. C'est le Chateau de Versailles. This is Versailles Castle. Now you see this is Seine River, and you have a picture of Eiffel Tower. These are all pictures taken by me. Alright, okay. Now that was for the recap. Now let's begin the topic for the day, which is les verbes auxiliaires. Okay. Okay. So there are two auxiliary verbs, okay? Être and avoir. Now, if you speak English, it is better to understand what is the comparative or the relative verbs in English, then you will be able to understand it faster. Être and avoir are like be and have in French, in English, sorry. So be is the main verb, and all that we say is, am, are, were, was, they are all forms of the verb be. So what is conjugation? Conjugation is nothing but a verb, a main verb, changing its form as per the tense and the subject. We will do this later. What conjugations are based on what, but for now you should know that they change form mainly as per the tense and also as per the subject. Subject is the main character of your sentence. You know what is a subject, right? So there are two auxiliary verbs, être and avoir. Why are they called helping verbs or auxiliary verbs? They are called helping verbs because they are also used with other verbs. They support other verbs to give meaning to the sentence, and we will see that later. But for now, we will just learn present tense conjugations. We are not learning all the conjugations right now. We are just learning present tense conjugation of the verb être and avoir. Okay, you have to learn it, as they say, learn it by heart. I mean, you have to memorize it, and with practice, it will start coming naturally to you. We have already completed the pronouns, okay? The subject pronouns in, I think, chapter 2 or 3, I don't remember. You can go back and see, but we have already completed this. So if you've not done that, you may want to do that. Okay, je suis. Now all these highlighted words that you're saying, they are forms of être in present tense. Je suis, tu es, il, elle, it's either il, elle, he and she, on est. Now, on is a very specific pronoun in French which is used for, like in English we say, oh, one doesn't like it. So we are talking about somebody in general, not specifying. So that is on. On is also used in place of nous in spoken French. It's very rare that people will use nous, which means we. They will mostly use on. On est. That's why I've written we are, because when it's used in place of nous, then the meaning will be we are. Nous sommes, vous êtes, ils sont, elles sont. Now I have put a couple of sentences here. Il est sympa, he's nice. Je suis à Paris, I'm in Paris. Nous sommes français, we are French. Il est là-bas, he's over there. So that's all about être. Okay, now we have the other one, which is avoir. Avoir is to have. J'ai, tu as. It's often in spoken French mainly, ta. So U is eliminated, like we eliminated E here. Here U is eliminated, becomes ta. You have. Il a, on a. Here it's L also. I missed to mention. Il, elle, both. Nous avons, vous avez, ils ont. Ils ont. Now, let me just go back to the previous slide. Ils sont. When you hear ils sont, which means they are. When you hear ils ont, that means they have. Okay. Now here for your reference, I put a couple of proverbs or expressions using avoir, avoir chaud, avoir de la chance, avoir faim, avoir froid, avoir honte, avoir peur, avoir raison, avoir soif, avoir sommeil, avoir tort. J'ai tort. Oh, I'm wrong. Okay, I'm not. Let's see what I have next. Okay, so I have put some sentences here. With avoir, j'ai une voiture. I have a car. I have purposely not put the meaning. You should do some work and look up the meanings. While I'm saying them here also, you can either pause and listen or you look up the meaning. When you look up the meaning, you tend to remember it because it gets registered faster in our brains. J'ai une voiture. Tu as 2 semaines. You have 2 weeks. Elle a un livre. She has a book. Nous avons 2 filles. We have 2 daughters. Vous avez un stylo. You have a pen. Ils ont une maison blanche. They have a white house. Okay, now I have put, this is very interesting, I have put together some sentences like a text or paragraph where I have used both and I have highlighted how these two are used, être and avoir. Marie est une étudiante. Elle a un livre. Le livre est intéressant. Elle est contente. Elle a aussi un stylo. Le stylo est bleu. Marie et son amie ont des cours. Elles sont ensemble. Elles ont des professeurs sympas. La journée est agréable. Mary is a student. She has a book. The book is interesting. Marie is happy. She also has a pen. The pen is blue. Marie and her friend have classes. They are together. They have nice professors and the day is pleasant. So that's all for this. If you have any questions about the usage of être and avoir, please put your comments. If you want specific exercises that you can solve based on être and avoir, put a comment and I'll give you some links or some exercises. That's all for today. I hope it is clear and you have a good day. Bonne journée. Au revoir. Ciao, ciao.